If you were to somehow give a knife emotions, it would tell you that the process of sharpening itself is a painful one. All the friction, all of the resistance, it's what leads to giving the knife an edge. Now, what if the same is true for you? Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Seth, and like I always say in the beginning of my videos, I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy with something on his mind. And today, what's on my mind is the topic of how unpleasant emotions can be teachable moments. And specifically today, I want to talk about 3 of the painful emotions: rejection, anger, and shame. So stick with me in this video because I want to break each one of them down, put a positive spin on it, and show you how you can grow from each one of these emotions when they show up in your life, because I guarantee you they will. First up, rejection. Now I want you to think of rejection as a cattle prod and not a closed door. So no matter what, rejection always stings. Whether you're being turned down, passed over, left behind, whether you're applying for a job and get rejected, whether you're trying to ask a girl on a date and you get rejected, it never feels good. It always stings. It always hurts. Now, when you experience rejection, it can often feel like the end of something. That door slams closed, curtains come down, etc., right? But I don't want you to think of rejection as a closed door. I want you to think of it more like a cattle prod. Now, that cattle prod forces you to move forward. If you stay still and stagnant, it becomes uncomfortable very quickly, and going backwards into the cattle prod is not even an option. Rejection makes you ask yourself the hard questions. Were you ready for the opportunity? Did you prepare enough? And lastly, what should I do next? What's the next step after you experience this rejection? So in closing about rejection, to summarize, it exists to push you forward, not to punish you. It pushes you to adapt. It forces you outside of your comfort zone where the growth happens. So next up is anger, one I'm sure we're all very familiar with. Anger shows you where your personal boundaries are. Anger, despite what you've heard, anger is not a flaw. It is a signal. It shows up when something you value gets violated. Your time, your respect, your sense of fairness. And most men don't know their own boundaries. They haven't sat down and defined their own boundaries until someone crosses that boundary and anger comes out. So that's the time when you sit down and you ask yourself, why did I get angry? What made me so upset? Oh, okay, it's because they crossed this boundary. I didn't even know I had that boundary, but now I do. So the goal isn't to suppress anger, it's to listen to it and grow from it. You need to learn from anger. Again, anger is just another unpleasant emotion that we all experience pretty much every day. So the next time anger pops up in your life, I want you to ask yourself, what just got disrespected? What value of mine just got stepped on to cause me to become angry? When handled right, anger doesn't make you lose control. It helps you gain control and clarity, typically in the aftermath after the emotion comes and goes. It helps you define your boundaries. It helps you set your standards, and it shows you where your sense of self-respect is at. And the last one is shame. I want you to think of shame as a signal that shows you that you're just off course. A lot of times, shame is just shining a light on the fact that you just didn't live up to the expectations and the standards that you set for yourself. It shows you when your actions are not aligned with your character and your personal set of standards. So sit with that emotion, because it's not a reason to spiral. It's more of a reason to realign. So ask yourself, what did I do that doesn't sit right with me? Is this who I want to be? So shame, when handled properly, leads to accountability, not to self-hate. And again, there is a difference, a massive difference between feeling shame and living in shame. One sharpens you and the other simply paralyzes you. So in conclusion, the choice is yours. It's not a question of if life will throw you events that hurt, because it will. But those painful moments shouldn't be viewed as punishment. Spin it and view it as instruction. And then the real question becomes, will you let that painful moment shape you, or will you waste it? Now remember, the knife does not get to choose the grindstone, and neither do you, but you will get sharper as long as you can endure the friction along the way. So don't waste the pain. Use it. Let it teach you. Let it sharpen you. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Seth. If you got something out of this video, which I really hope you do, at least I hope you think about things a little bit differently now. Please like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel out immensely. And I think you should check out one of these videos over here, because I'm sure it's right up your alley. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.